Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh!
Welcome to another road trip where we talk about life, friendship, loyalty, and the choices that change us, kids. This is Captain Laksa speaking.
For today's road trip, we're heading to a magical place far, far, far away.
That will be boring.
Yes, indeed, it will be boring, but don't worry. We have prepared something special just for the three of you. Drum roll, please.
Starting now, road trip to heaven, where we talk about random things, even the embarrassing ones.
Wow.
That doesn't sound like you're amused, but meh. Sit back, relax, and buckle up for this tremendous journey as we talk about the short story after 20 years.
After 20 Years is a short story made by O. Henry, who is also known as William Sidney Porter. Has anyone here heard of it? If you do, what is the story all about?
Me? I know this one. The summary of After 20 Years by O. Henry tells the story of two friends, Bob and Jimmy Wells, who decided to meet again after 20 years at the same place. Bob returns to New York to fulfill their promise, while Jimmy, now a police officer, acknowledges Bob as a wanted criminal. Even though Jimmy is loyal to their friendship, he decides to do his job as a lawman and decides for another officer to arrest Bob rather than him doing it. The story reflects how time changes, people, and how loyalty to the law can sometimes conflict with personal friendship.
It truly is a wonderful story by O. Henry. The story revolves around friendship, loyalty, and change, and it shows how time can test promises and bonds. Based on the summary that Mr. Puod gave, I have a few questions. Don't worry, these are easy. First question for Madrilejos. Have you ever reconnected with a friend after a long time? How did it feel? Did anything surprise you?
Yes, reconnecting with my old friend after a years we don't see each other, it feels comfortable and surprisingly easy. Like picking up where you left off, bringing immense joy and a sense of belonging. Though surprises can range from realizing how much you both changed. Yes, I had a friend who was just our neighbor. They had just moved into our area. I still remember how snobbish I was towards them at first. So I don't even know how we became close. Eventually, every morning I end up at their house even before. I wash my face or comb my hair. Before their friends were so kind, but then they had to move to a new house. Even so, we kept visiting them at their place, but their attitude toward us changed when she got a boyfriend. She always make up stories and paint us the bad guys. So now, I'm more careful about who I trust.
That must have been really hurtful to go through having someone you cared about turn like that. Second question. Can friendship survive big changes in life, like moving away or changing jobs? Share an experience.
Yes, like my mother and her classmates in high school. After how many years they connected for their first ever reunion, according to their stories, when they still in high school, they are from different sections. They admire each other because of their sports they belong. But when they meet again on their reunion, they admit that they like each other and their relationship is become stronger. Like what we see in the movie. To them is the reality that first love never dies. That's why when they meet again, the love that they started before is more stronger in the second time around.
Third question for Pelicano. How do you handle situations where loyalty and doing the right thing conflict?
When it comes to the issue of conflict between being loyal and morally right things to do, I remember a time when I was in a similar conflict with a close friend. They were circulating a rumor involving a classmate to gain acceptance with a different circle of friends. While it was the moral thing to do to protect our friendship, I decided to talk to my friend and explain to them the implications of the rumor to others. The consequence was intimidate tension between us, but it made my friendship with my friend even stronger, as it was gave my friend a sense of what truly constitutes loyalty to help the other person become better rather than supporting them.
Wow! Thank you to the three of you, Puot, Pelicano, and Madrilejos, for the wonderful answer you have given us. All the answer you gave us really is about the story and how it ended. And I agree that it is truly happening in real life situation. Now, let us ask our host, Laksa, to discuss the moral message of the story.
Alright, so for me, the story presents a very powerful moral lesson about loyalty and duty. At first, the story shows loyalty as something sacred. Bob and his friend Jimmy Wells promise to meet again after 20 years. It shows that some friendship can last a long time despite the distance. As the story progresses, the meaning of loyalty turns into more complex. When Jimmy Wells realized that his friend was a wanted criminal in Chicago, he hesitates. There's a big question spiraling within his head. Should he remain loyal to his friend, or should he do what is right as a police? Despite not being able to do it himself and send other people to arrest his friend, Jimmy chooses to follow the law. This decision shows that his integrity was strong because he did the right thing, even when it is difficult or painful. It teaches us that friendship is important, but it should not block the way of justice. Jimmy does not betray Bob out of hatred, but out of responsibility. It is hard for him, sure, but in the eyes of the law, he's ought to do it. Real moral strength truly lies in choosing what is right over what is easy.
I am amused by your answer, Laksa. You gave an amazing point to the moral message of the story and how many things we can learn from it.
I know, right? Anyway, student, can someone share how the story relates to your values, choices, and current real-world issues?
Me, I want to share something. After 20 years relates to my values because it showed the importance of honesty and responsibility. Jimmy chose to follow the law, even when it hurts his friendship. Reflect the difficulty choices people face in real life when personal feelings conflict with what is right.
That's great, Madalelejos. Thank you for sharing how it affects you and the world.
That's it, kids. I'm sure that we often face the same problem as Jimmy. We see this everywhere, like how we protect our friend despite them being in the wrong. We stay silent when we know we should speak up. That's our friend after all. It reminds us that loyalty doesn't mean we should tolerate wrongdoings. True loyalty means helping people grow even if it hurts at first. Jimmy still cares for Bob, but he chose integrity over his feelings. He still did the right thing. Hearing the story, if we are in Jimmy's place, what would we choose? Friendship or responsibility? Each and every decision we make is essential in building the person we will be. So, choose wisely.
Alrighty, almighty kids, we arrive at our destination. I guess that brings our road trip to an end, no? Thank you for riding along with us and sharing your stories. I never expect our road trip to be so alive. Until our next journey, kids, remember, choose what is right, even when it is not easy.